Welcome back to another episode of the Todd Durkin Impact Show. And my friends, this is number 400. Can you believe it? Episode 400. As a matter of fact, if you're watching on YouTube right now, I am standing in front of one of the most majestic places on planet Earth. I am in Whitefish, Montana. And I just had to record this podcast right here because this is where my soul sings. I'm in the mountains. And I've been reflecting after the retreat that we just had, and in preparation for episode 400, my top 10 memories and lessons over the last 5+ years of when this podcast kicked off in August of 2019. I can't believe it. So before I dive in, if you're watching, you see it on YouTube. If you're not watching, I want you to envision right now the most majestic lake, Whitefish Lake here, amidst the mountains. And because as I record this in late November, you can actually see the ski mountains. And it is so epic and so glorious. We've spent 3 days here, the last few days in the mountain retreat. We had close to 100 people going deep in all aspects of their life. And I'm just going to say, man, we did cold plunges here in the lake. We were working out, sweating, writing, dreaming, thinking, creating, crafting, all for our big annual strategic plan for 2025. And it was such a special time. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit today, but on an upcoming episode with all my top lessons. But today is about celebration of 400 episodes. That's crazy. I can't believe 400 episodes. It seems like we haven't been going that long, and it seems like we've been going that long. But I wanted to share this view or this visual that you may have in your head of where I stand right now, because Whitefish Lake is extremely important. As a matter of fact, I'm announcing right here in episode 400, we will be back in the fall of 2025. Can I get an amen? Anyone? And who's going to be at that epic retreat in 2025? Fall of 2025. We typically have 2 big retreats a year. In the fall of 2025, we will be right here back in Whitefish, Montana, here at the Lodge at Whitefish. Let me tell you what, put it on your bucket list, my friends. You will not regret it. This is one special venue. It's a special retreat. We got special souls that have been lit up and who'll be lighting it up. And over the next several weeks, as we go deep into our annual strategic plans and work on our lives and businesses and relationships and finances and legacy and adventure, all the things that are important in our lives, I promise you that, let me tell you, 2025 is coming soon, and it's time to get your soul singing. So without further ado, let's dive into that lake. We're going to dive in to today's episode, my top memories of 400 episodes and what I'm most grateful for today. Without further ado, let's start now. So here I am in Whitefish, Montana, and I absolutely love being here in the mountains. I've been here for 6 days with the retreat, and as I was getting ready to film the top 10 things I'm most grateful for in 400 episodes, I want to share with you. I'm going to share my heart, my soul, because this 400 episodes spans over 5 years since August 2019. It's now, as we listen to this and drop this, it's almost December 2024 here. And I'm not just grateful for what's in the episode I'll share, but also overall what's happened, in these last 5 years. So we are officially in the holiday season. This is an exciting time, and I'm excited to share with you today. Hey guys, TD here. I am so excited that the God-Sized Dreams system is now available. And I've been working my tail off for several weeks already on this. And listen, if you're looking to create the best year of your life, if you want to get to the next level, you feel a little stuck, you want more clarity, you want a little more juice in the system, you're like, man, what's it going to take? I promise you, the God-Sized Dream system is going to help you amplify all aspects of your life. Now, there's 3 parts to the system this year. 2025 is coming up. Part 1 is the annual strategic plan. I'm holding my hands right now. I'm so excited for you to dive into the annual strategic plan. There's 10, count them, 10 sections in this year's plan. If you spend just a few hours over the next month or so, answering these questions, your year and your life will look different. I promise you that. I guarantee that. Now, along with that, this year, I'm holding the other one up as well. This is the God-Sized Dream System, the daily and monthly planner. Yeah, this is all of the 10 forms of wealth, 3 and 30, the schedule for 365 straight days, along with some and then some, is in this year's daily and monthly planner. It's a schedule. It's your calendar that you're going to want to walk around with and have. Between your strategic plan and your daily monthly planner, that's part 2 of the 3-part system. The third aspect that's available now, the whole system is available now, ready to be shipped, is my impact journal. This is where you get to dominate the day. If you don't dominate the days, you can't dominate the weeks, months, quarters, or even year. So I want to help you dominate the days. If you can reverse engineer your life, I promise you today as you listen in, if you want a system, an exacting system that has been perfected over several decades, that's going to give you the clarity that you need, the God-Sized Dream System is going to help you do exactly that. All you got to do is follow the system, and I promise you, your upcoming year and your life is going to get even better. The God-Sized Dream System, annual strategic plan, daily and monthly planner, and your impact journal is available now. Check it all out. Guys, it's only $99, not for one, not for two, but for all 3 for a limited time. You got to take action. Go to todddurkin.com, todddurkin.com, and get all 3 of these bad boys for $99. I'm telling you right now, if you're looking to really amplify your success and your significance in 2025, the hard work starts now, and you have it all at your fingertips. Go to todddurkin.com now and invest in your future today. God bless you. We'll see you on the other side. So, number one, the first thing I'm excited for, that I'm most grateful for in these 400 episodes, are the guests that I've had on the Todd Durkin Impact Show podcast. I'd love to hear from you. Who is your top overall favorite guest in 400 episodes? Many of you have listened to most. There's a few of you that have listened to every episode of the 400. I'd love to know who that is. You never know. You may get a little special Christmas gift for listening to all 400. And even if you're a first-time listener, welcome into the Impact Show. But I think of some of the authors that we've had, and we've had a lot of authors, dozens and dozens of authors, but John Gordon and Bedros Keuilian and Arthur C. Brooks. We've had James Clear from Atomic Habits on here. We've had Miles McPherson and Pastor David Jeremiah. All these people are not all of them, but many of them are close friends of mine, and people who I've loved having on the show and sharing with you, my loyal listeners, here at the Impact Show. And I've had some great athletes of all levels, but I think of Drew Brees, Chase Daniel, Brett Rippon, who is playing for the Minnesota Vikings right now, Darren Sproles, who I had the opportunity to train for, over 10 years, Drew for 20 plus years, Chase for 15 years. Right now, we recently had Jordan Love, the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, on, and really dropping his heart. Like, our athletes are such great people, and I'm grateful that they've not only been on our Impact Show, but they've shared their heart and soul with you all as well. Mike Chandler, Mike, man, oh man, he just recently fought. And while he lost, he won. What a great man he is, a great fighter and a great man on that. And then just the everyday extraordinary people sharing their stories on the Impact Show, all part of number one. Grateful for the amazing guests. My favorite episodes are always those with my family. And we just had Melanie on on the Thanksgiving Day episode. I always love having her on. I'm not sure why, but we always get rave reviews when Melanie's on. So thank you for the rave reviews. But I love to share her and, her heart and soul and what she shares always, because she is in so many ways my backbone to all I do. But we've had Luke and Brady and McKenna on. So number one, grateful for the amazing guests. Two, I'm grateful for you, our amazing podcast community. It's been built over 5 years, literally 5 years. I'm I listen to you, everything that you guys say when you text me or you email me or you put on your social media and tag me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for showing up. And the beautiful thing about podcasting and why I've loved, haven't missed an episode, haven't missed a week in 400. I love podcasting. I absolutely love podcasting. I love reaching people all over the globe. I think last we checked, there was about 27 countries who tune into the Todd Durkin Impact Show. And I always said, if I could do three things, if I could do three things only, I'd speak, like keynote speaking. I love motivational speaking. I love podcasting, and I love coaching. I love coaching. I love podcasting. I love speaking. Those are like my sweet spots. Like, how about you? What are the two or three or one thing that you love to do? This makes your soul sing. For me, the podcast is one of my big three. I love podcasting. I love hearing back from you of which episode spoke or which part of each episode spoke to you the most. So number two is our podcast community. Number three is, I got to share this because in the top 10 things I'm most grateful for in 400 episodes, I must say that if it wasn't for my team, you probably wouldn't listen to a single episode because it would never get out. Like, my team is so awesome. My team at TDE, at Todd Durkin Enterprises, and IXP, Impact X Performance, and of course, Fitness Quest 10. A couple special shout outs because they make this podcast happen. Julie Wilcox has listened to all 400 episodes way before anyone else because she's the first to listen and get her ears on it and share with the team between Chase Mitchell, and I am blessed to have Chase Mitchell on our team, and April and Ruth, who cut it up and make it sound good and put our social media clips out. I just want to honor those four people because while we've had additions and subtraction, everything else, we've never skipped a beat. And Julie's been there for all 400 of them. I'm blessed to have Chase on the team now for over a year, and April and Ruth, recent additions to our team that have made us better. And of course, just because they help vet many of our guests, Kelly Watson and Frank Puker and Jill Rooks and Lisa Berman and Tom Dexter and Travis Barnes and Lizzie Merritt and Rebecca Garrity Pinto. We had some amazing people on Team TDE, and I thank them because without them, this wouldn't be possible. And my heart and gratitude when I talk about the top 10 things I'm grateful for, without the team, this wouldn't happen. It just wouldn't happen. I'll just say that. I can do the podcast and record, but all the other stuff, man. If you have a big dream, you better have a great team. So great teams lead to great dreams, and great dreams require great teams. And I got a great team. A special shout out to all my teammates at FQ10, Jeff Bristol, my business partner at Fitness Quest 10, and Ryan Rogers, been with me over 20 years, and Janet Bertrand, Jeff King, Teddy Bristol. The list goes on and on, but some of these folks have been with me for a long time. And even though it's changed a lot since 2019 and the pandemic, I feel so well equipped today knowing that teamwork makes the dream work. One thing that stalled me in the beginning was the fear of, man, it's going to take 5 to 10 hours a week for each episode. And to be honest, it takes about 7 to 10 hours every episode. Not just me as far as the recording, but all the back end and cutting and splicing and dicing everything up. It's a lot of work, and I love it. It's certainly an investment in time and energy and money, and I wouldn't trade it at all because of you. So again, a huge shout out to you, and a huge shout out to our team, because our team recognizes how much you enjoy it, and the listens and shares that we get certainly are oxygen to all of our souls as well. I do want to also point out number 4, when I think about 5 years of greatness in the Impact Show, last podcast centric one here of my 10, number 4 is our sponsors. Podcasting, most people don't make any money on podcasting. We're fortunate to get just a few sponsors, always looking for more. So if you want to get your name, your business out there, we'd love to talk to you to see if it's the right fit and the right audience. But right now, I want to just give a shout out to our sponsors, Vibrogenics, Ecor Flooring, B3 Sciences, Scripter Publishing, Coach 360, and NASM. These are all people who are sponsoring the podcast right now. I want to thank them for your support right now and all the sponsors from the past that have helped make the Impact Show be what it is today. So thank you. Sponsorship is one of the things that make our world go round in the podcast world. And I'm honored that there are companies that I can speak about, because I'll never have a sponsor that I don't endorse because I use. And I'm very, very grateful for the sponsors that we have on right now on our team. So switching gears, when we talk about top 10 things I'm most grateful for in 400 episodes, this is going to get a little deep now. Number 5, health. I'm very grateful for my health over the last 5 years. Why? Because, guys, in so many ways, I've shared with you the highs and the lows, and there have been a lot of lows in the 5 years or so. I had just started it after my first knee replacement surgery, my right knee. I shared the second knee surgery with you, my second knee replacement, my left knee. I then had it a year later cleaned up in the middle of the pandemic. So December 2020, I had my second one. Now think about that, December 2020, on the heels of the pandemic there. And then my back injury in 2021. Oof. Get emotional here looking out at the mountains and the lake here to my right as I stare out at the mountains thinking, I want to thank you for those of you who listened in to the Reinvention series, because you kept me going by me sharing that with you. I felt totally naked and exposed sharing that, because as a coach and a trainer and someone who preaches good health and mindset, I shared with y'all very authentically and openly, as I said in number 1, before this kicked off. I said the Todd Durkin Impact Show is going to be from the heart and the soul. I'm going to share the good times and the bad. Well, 2020, 21, and 22, some of those topics were very, very difficult. And you can go back in the show notes and look at some of those past series that if you missed the 2021 Reinvention series in 2022, listen to that, because that was as deep as it's ever gotten before, going through that back injury and the mind screw that it afforded me. Because when you're in pain, when you're down, when you're stressed, when you're hurting, when you have some crazy thoughts going on in your head and you think no one would understand, no one would get this, no one would know where I'm at, I want to remind you today, if that's you, if that is you today, I want to remind you to keep going. I want to remind you to keep fighting and to keep moving, whatever that means, moving. It could mean like I was doing bear crawls in the backyard for 5 minutes because I couldn't do anything else. I want you to reach out. I want you to reach out to someone like myself, a confidant, a mentor, a colleague, a professional, depending on how bad it is. I know this, I appreciate my health now more than ever before because I have my health. And I think that was part of God's way for me to really, really appreciate my health, because I always have appreciated my health. But when you don't have your health, you really appreciate when you have your health. Can I get an amen? Anybody, anyone? Good. I wish you were here with me right now, looking at Whitefish Lake, because I'm very, very grateful. So how about you, your health? Where are you at as we are in December 2024, getting ready for a great 2025? What is it that you can create in your life, in your health, that's going to make your life even better? Number six of my 10, I'm very grateful in 400 episodes for all of the highlights that have happened. And I was reflecting here in preparation for today's episode about the highlights, because many times we only remember the lowlights. So the highlights, what in the last 5 years, even for yourself, when we're working on our annual strategic plan, what were some of your highlights on that? And I had to think about it and write them down literally in my strategic plan of, hey, I'm grateful for the highlights. If we don't celebrate the wins stop happening. Can I get an amen again? Like you got to remember, you must celebrate your wins, even if they're micro wins, micro victories. Celebrate them, be grateful for them, thank them. Because when I stopped and thought about, hey, 5 years, 2019 to now 2024, What are some of those wins? 3 different books: Get Your Mind Right, What's Next, and True Strength, all in the last 5 years. I've had multiple events. Some of you have been to them. The Shift Retreat in 2022. Let's shift the mindset, the mentality to go from COVID and being stuck into the next realm of possibility. The God-Sized Dreams Retreats, 2 of them. And one of them was right here in Whitefish, Montana. We've had 3 mastermind retreats. We have a retreat every year, but 3 big ones on that. And we had our first Impact Summit last year in Los Angeles. We'll have another one in about 6 months from now. You can stay tuned on that. We've had a couple speakers courses. I'm in the middle of a speakers course right now. I've had dozens and dozens and dozens. Heck, by this point, I guess it's close to 100 speaking engagements between US and Canada, and then going to Costa Rica and the Bahamas. Like I wrote all these out. And I was like, man, I want to do even more speaking in 2025. I set a BHAG of 50 keynotes in 2025. I don't know how that's going to happen. And if you know someone that is looking for a keynote speaker in 25, please let me know. I'd love to come serve that event, that conference, that business, wherever it is around the world, like more speaking on that. But my question to you here, number 6, the highlights is, what moves your soul? Like, what do you love doing? Like, I love right now being in the mountains. I'm doing a couple things. I'm in the mountains, I love. I'm doing a podcast, which I love. And I'm writing. So love speak and I love writing. What moves your soul? Where do you want to be? Not just what do you want to do, but where do you want to be in your life? What's that man or woman calling you to be on that? And think about this. What are some of your highlights from this past year? What are some of your highlights from the last 5 years? And whatever they are, write them down, reflect upon them, be grateful for them, share them, and please share them with me. Like, what's 1 or 2 or 3 of your highlights? Because number 7, you're not going to believe what I'm going to say this, but I am. You got your highlights. Number 7, I'm most grateful for my lowlights. The lowlights, the times that weren't so pretty on that. And for me, the lowlights, the thing I think of right away was pain. Lots and lots of pain. Over 5 years since we started the podcast, believe it or not, about 2+ years of those were in pain, like anguish, hurt, down, stressed, confusion. And now as I reflect upon that, because I have my health, number 5, back, I'm so grateful for that. I'm grateful for that pain because it's fueled me. It's fueled me into what I'm doing now with Impact X Performance, with my coaching, with my speaking, with my events. Guys, this retreat we just had in Whitefish, Montana, it's really hard to describe in words how special it was, how epic it was. When I say be in the room, it's not just me saying that. It really is. You have to be in the room to feel it and experience it. So please, like next year, 2025, just be in the room, whatever it takes. Sometimes I know you got to rub nickels together and save up starting now to say, I'm going to be in the room. But the pain, the anguish, the depression sometimes like gets in your head. But how can you actually welcome your lowlights as lessons that are going to teach you on how you can go to a deeper level? How do you use some of your lowlights? So please feel free to share with even me some of those lowlights. Write me an email, send them. I'll put all my contact information in the show notes. I share all the time on social media. Please, it's not always a highlight reel. Sometimes there are some lowlights and down times in that. And I do my best to share the highs and the lows as well. And I just said it, number 8 of 10, Impact X Performance, baby. All the lowlights, the highlights, not just of the last 5 years, but of 25 plus years in this career. I believe it was God's way to bring me to a point where I was on my knees thinking, God, like I love Fitness Quest 10. I love my community at Fitness Quest 10. I love my people at Fitness Quest 10. But I knew there was a light that was almost extinguished, that God was bringing me to a point where he said, okay, we're going to now amplify the light. I want you to go be the light. So it's going to be called Impact X Performance, and Impact X Performance is now my vehicle to go be the light. And as we have 7 just signed an 8th here with Impact X Performance, 2025, we're going to ratchet this up. It was born from pain. Let me repeat, Impact X Performance was born from pain, from anguish. You can use your pain. You don't just have to use your highlights. Sometimes your highlights, I just shared this in the ice bath this morning, is, sometimes when you're going through your highlights, that can soften you up. And here's what I said in the cold plunge of Whitefish Lake this morning. I said this: good times create weak people. Weak people create bad times. Bad times create strong people. Strong people create good times. Let me repeat that. Write it down, please. If you're in your notes right now, you're walking, you're like, man, that was good, TD. Repeat that. So it's good times create weak people. Weak people create bad times. Bad times create strong people. And strong people create good times. Use your story as fuel. Use your story as fuel and continue to say, I am more than my circumstances. I am more than my back pain. I am more than my knee pain. I'm a person with a body, mind, and soul. I am a child of God. Whatever you want to say, I am, but use your friction, your challenges, your obstacles, everything that gets in your way for you to get better. And for me, Impact X Performance has been such a huge blessing in 2024 because I'm so fired up for 2025 and the octane that we're going to throw on that bad boy so we can bring more light to this world on that. So my question to you is, how can you use what you've been through or are going through to help others? How can you help even more people by what you're going through? Many times you don't want to share it. Get through it, work on it, and use it as fuel to then go help others. And ask yourself, like I ask myself, like, how can I use my experience, my knowledge, my wisdom, my pain, my victories, my just what I've been through, the ups and the downs, the wins and the losses. How can I go help some other young man or woman or someone who's been in the field for 20, 25, 30 years to rediscover, reinvent themselves to go even deeper? So Impact X Performance has been a huge blessing, but it was born out of pain. So if you're in pain today, it's okay. I'm sharing my top 10 things I'm grateful for. And I'm telling you, like, I'm actually grateful to go through it. If you're going through that, you gotta use that as the mindset. And the last two here on today, number 9 is my family. Number 9 is family. And I must say that I'm grateful. And I've shared my family with you openly. My wife, Melanie, of now 23 years, going on 24 years. Going on 24 years, in February of 2025. But Melanie and Luke and Brady and McKenna, as I record this, I'm getting ready to go see Luke in his last game. If you didn't listen to my last Helmet Note podcast, go back and listen to that one right there, episode 390. What is that? 6, I believe, episode 396, because I'm getting ready to go see him play his last college football game. And that's what that one's all about, is how the heck it's going to be a doozy. So by this point, when you listen to this, that's already over. And I got to tell you this also. It's interesting time, the dichotomy of the highs and the lows on that, because while I was here at the retreat, I got word that my mom, Mama Durkin, bless her heart, Mama Durkin, man, she had a setback once again, and she had a heart attack and an aneurysm and some setbacks and all that in a 3.5-day period. And right now she's resting comfortably in the hospital as I record this. Can y'all please pray for Mama Durkin, 91 years old, 91, and I just turned 91. And she sent a picture. We got 7 brothers and sisters, and they sent me a picture with Mom in the hospital bed. Thumbs up. If you see me, if you watch on YouTube, you see I got my thumbs up, and she has this most angelic smile on her that just amplifies peace. And I just have teared up several times the last few days thinking, man, I am blessed, so blessed for Mama Durkin. That's why I shared today my family with my 3 kids and my wife and my mom, bless her heart. Um, I don't know how long she's got left, my friends. I don't know if it's weeks. I don't know if it's months. Um, but whoever's in your life, let's not take anyone for granted. You can write it now down in your impact journal. Remember, we have the trifecta here launching with the annual strategic plan and God-sized dreams planner and with your scheduler. And then, of course, the impact journal. In your journal, write down who you're most grateful for. And the last one, number 10, is I'm going to share today is this. I'm grateful for gratitude. Gratitude and opportunity. Why? Because I shared earlier, I'm very grateful for you, our podcast listeners. But when I think about gratitude, the attitude of gratitude, it really shifts your mindset, and it's a choice. I have people who I know who choose not to live in gratitude, who choose to be sorry and choose to be living in hate and anger, and they're constantly walking around negative. Let's not that be you. Let's choose optimism and positivity, and even in the tough times, we must choose it. So I say this, I'm grateful for opportunity. I'm grateful for gratitude because I'm grateful for this community right here. I'm grateful for my mastermind community of Fit Pros, and I'm grateful for our impact community, our greater impact community, our Impact X coaching, Impact X performance. I'm grateful for Fitness Quest 10. I'm grateful for this podcast community. So gratitude and opportunity is always a great place to live. And for that, those are 10 reasons right there when I think about living and what it's going to take to live your best life and all of these things. I hope that when you think about that and over 400 episodes, top 10 things I'm most grateful for in 400 episodes. I can't believe it's been 400 episodes since we started the Impact Show. But I do want to say this. I want to say thank you. Thank you. And I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season that we're off and we're running. And between Thanksgiving and Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year's, there's a lot of busyness. But let's remember to keep taking care of yourself. Whatever it takes to get your workouts in. When I say, hey, get it right, get it tight, and get your mind right, get your body right, and get your soul right. Let's be sure to do that. Stay dialed in. Keep working on your annual strategic plans. I promise you it's going to really pay off, and it's going to help you in all levels. So until next time, my friends, thank you. 400 episodes, 400. Unbelievable. Thank you. Congratulations to each of you. Celebrate. Please, the best gift you can give me is to go share this episode with someone else so this world can get more light, more positivity, more optimism, and more impact. Woohoo! Yeah, you know who it is. That's right. Todd Durkin is back. I hope you had a great episode. I hope you enjoyed that thoroughly. If you've been following for any length of time, you know that we recently announced the big Todd Durkin Impact Nutrition line. And I'm so fired up that so many of you have tried it and are loving it. But even bigger news today. It is the holidays. So we have count them, 4 new products to add to the Impact Nutrition line. Number 1, I'm sipping it right now. We have a brand new strawberry lemonade electrolyte drink. And boy, oh boy, this is good. Can't stop swigging it because it's that good. That's number 1. 2, check this out. We have a new flavor of the protein. The protein's flying off the shelf. But because it's the holidays, we said, let's add a little cinnamon bun protein. Yeah, cinnamon bun. It's healthy. It's actually not a Cinnabon, a cinnamon bun protein. Yeah, try that one, my friends. I promise you, you're going to love that. Also, we have a brand new multivitamin for men and for women. Last I checked, there's a little bit different needs for us men and for you ladies. So we got 4 new products, the cinnamon bun protein, the strawberry lemonade electrolytes, and the multivitamin for both men and women. Now, here's the great news, my friends. We have a special 15% off all products. The code is Black Friday. Even though it's after Black Friday that you're probably listening to this, that's okay. The code, shh, don't tell anyone. It's called Black Friday. That's your code. 15% off
every single product in the TD Impact Nutrition line. All you got to do is go to the website, tdimpactnutrition.com. It's tdimpactnutrition.com. Put in the code Black Friday, all caps, small, doesn't matter. Black Friday. And when you do that, you're going to get 15% off any and all products. You want all 9 of them? Get all 9 of them. If you want just 1, 2, or 3, anything from the time you wake up with greens to the time you go to bed and get your deep sleep, whichever ones you want, I promise you, this is the highest quality, not only protein, but every supplement under the sun. It's the highest quality out there. So get it today. My brand new Todd Durkin Impact Nutrition line. The code is Black Friday for 15% off all products all month long, baby. Go check it out. We'll see you on the other side. Until next time, remember, train hard, eat right, supplement even better, and go live inspired.